Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping back an entire decade in smartphone history. While the world is obsessing over foldables, AI assistants, and 200 megapixel cameras, I decided to go back to a time when removable batteries were still a thing, and plastic phones ruled the world. Yes, I spent a full week in 2025 using the Samsung Galaxy S4, a phone that came out way back in 2013. And let me tell you, it was a ride. A chaotic, buggy, nostalgic ride. Let's dive into what it was like using this decade-old device in today's hyper-connected, ultra-demanding digital world. Let's start with some context. The Galaxy S4 was a huge deal when it launched. It had 5-inch 1080p display, 13 megapixel rear camera, removable battery. Yes, those existed, micro SD card slot, IR blaster, NFC 3.5mm headphone jack, Snapdragon 600 processor, and 2 gigabytes of RAM. In 2013, this was a flagship phone, cutting edge, premium. People lined up to get it. In 2025, it's a slow, overheating reminder of how far we've come. Turning this phone on in 2025 felt like rebooting an old friend. The startup animation, the Samsung jingle, immediate nostalgia. But once it was on, reality hit fast. It was laggy, outdated, and frustratingly slow. The software was last officially updated years ago. Android 5.0 lollipop if you're lucky. Modern apps, either incompatible or painfully sluggish. Security, non-existent. The Play Store, half of it doesn't work anymore. And yet, there was something charming about it. So what could I still do with the Galaxy S4 in 2025? Calls and SMS? Still totally fine. Call quality is decent, texting works, and that's half the battle right there. Wi-Fi browsing, slow, but it works. Basic websites like Wikipedia load. Forget Instagram or TikTok. They crash or won't install. Offline media. I loaded some MP3s onto an SD card, plugged in my old headphones, and suddenly I was in 2013 again, vibing like it was the golden age of Android. Camera. The 13 megapixel shooter is dated, sure, but still usable for quick snaps in daylight. Just don't expect miracles. Battery swapping? Oh yeah, I actually carried a spare battery. I forgot how convenient that was. Let's be honest, a lot has changed in 10 years. App compatibility. Most major apps either won't install or don't work right anymore. Banking, email, social media. Forget it. Security. The phone is vulnerable to everything. No biometric unlock, no encryption worth trusting. It's like walking around with your digital pants down. Performance, freezing, lagging, crashing, you name it. Even typing messages can feel delayed. Battery life. It drains fast, especially if you're doing anything remotely modern. Though hey, you can swap the battery. When I pulled out the S4 in public, people noticed. Someone asked me, wait, is that a Galaxy S4? That was my first phone. Another said, I haven't seen that in years. Does it even work? It sparked conversations, nostalgia, even admiration. Some people told me they missed the days when phones were simpler, when you could take the back off, change the battery, and not worry about shattering a $1,500 screen. Here's what this week taught me. We've gained a lot. Speed, features, cameras, AI. But we've also lost some things. Customizability, user replaceable batteries, headphone jacks, simplicity. Using the Galaxy S4 in 2025 reminded me that not all progress is linear. Sometimes older tech had features that today's advanced phones just don't offer anymore. So, can you survive in 2025 with a Galaxy S4? Technically, yes. Realistically, not comfortably. It's usable for calls, texts, and light offline use. But for modern life, apps, navigation, security, it just can't keep up. That said, it's a fantastic phone for nostalgia, for digital detoxing, or even as a backup emergency phone. And honestly, it was fun going back in time. So that was my week with the Samsung Galaxy S4 in 2025. It was slow, it was frustrating, it was awesome. If you've ever owned this phone, or still have one lying around, drop your memories in the comments. comments. I'd love to hear your Galaxy S4 stories. And if you like this little time travel experiment, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell. I've got more tech throwbacks and digital detox journeys coming soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.